Very good, very happy Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here back in the driver's seat, saddle again, bringing you your latest weather and eye forecast courtesy of On Target. Let's break it down, folks. So what we're going to be looking at, got a setup throughout today and tomorrow. Going to be bringing a few hit-miss rain chances. It is going to be exceptionally warm, but our focus is going to be as we work into our Thursday with a passing front, introducing the opportunity of strong and severe storms here across the region, all right? So we'll be jumping into this, but first and foremost, we need to break down the current conditions that are ongoing. You can already see some cloud cover working in here out of the west. It's going to be the weather story throughout the day. Surface winds are going to be streaming in here and gusting at the magnitude of 15 to 30 miles an hour out of the south and west, where we're located right here, folks, and we're going to be looking at those temperatures skyrocketing as a result. We're going to be well above average throughout pretty much the work week, excluding Friday. We'll be closer down to normals for this time of year. That exceptional warm-up is what's going to be priming up our atmosphere for the opportunity at those strong to perhaps even severe thunderstorms. Folks, soak in the masterpiece this morning. D93 Skycam showing a cotton candy sunrise out there early. It is an absolutely immaculate view out there. Step out on the front porch with a coffee and enjoy it. Soak in the beautiful views out there as we kick off our Tuesday here. Barren River Lake Skycam still in night mode. Don't have just enough daylight yet to switch that over, but we're looking over the state dock on Barren River Lake. You can already see the mid and high level clouds starting to stream in here, folks, and this is going to continue to be the trend here as we steadily work and as we progress here throughout the entirety of our Tuesday time frame. All right, let's jump over here and let's take a look. It is a chilly start, but we are going to be warming up rather significantly. We got readings that are hanging out right around the low and mid 30s across the region here, across the northern half of the region. Look down here near the state line. We got Simpson County already up in the mid 40s. We got Allen County over near Scottsville already near the 50-degree mark. We're going to be pegging highs up into the mid 60s as we work throughout the day. Going to be quite warm out there, but the wind gust will be a nuisance from time to time. Let's jump over here and let's break it down, folks. First and foremost, we're going to get the big picture view of what's going to be evolving here as we roll into the Thursday time frame that we're going to be paying very close attention to. Here we are working throughout today. Then we work into our Wednesday. We might have a few quips of a few hit-miss showers here in the Wednesday morning time frame. That wave is going to move off to the east rather quickly. And then all eyes turn to our west as we roll into Thursday afternoon on into our Thursday evening. This is how the setup is going to be right around lunchtime on Thursday. We got this deepening low pressure system that's going to be cutting a path north and east towards the Great Lakes. This is going to have a warm front draped to our north, approaching cold front out of the west is going to place us in the warm sector of this particular weather maker. We got deep, warm, moist air surging in here out of the Gulf and out of the deep south. This is what's going to be setting us up and priming up our atmosphere for the opportunity of some strong to perhaps even severe storms to be introduced here into the forecast, all right? So first, we're going to get a look here in the near term of what's going to be setting this up, and that begins today on into tomorrow. Look at our winds out of the south and west. Already gusting over to 15 to 25 miles an hour. It's going to be the weather story pretty much throughout the entirety of today. Don't worry, folks. You see some of these 40-mile-an-hour gusts, 45-mile-an-hour gusts. All this is not going to be making it to the surface, all right? We're just going to have breezy, gusty, steady southwest winds. Again, 15 to 30, maybe creeping upwards of 35 miles an hour at times. All the way through today, all the way through tonight. Here we are looking at Wednesday. It's the same song and dance. And then we work into our Thursday. It is the rinse and repeat on the wind front. These strong southwesterly winds is what's going to continue to pump in the available warmth along with the available moisture. And again, folks, this southwestward track of all these winds is what's going to be bringing us the opportunity at this event unfolding. So here we are looking at the temperature profiles. Look as we work into this afternoon, and folks, I want to take note of something. Temperatures are showing right here on model guidance at 63 degrees this afternoon. Models are prone to not handle southwesterly flow very well, okay? So despite what we see here, I think temperatures are going to be a few degrees higher than what models are giving it credit for. We could be up between the mid and even upper 60s as we work into this afternoon. And then here we are working into Wednesday afternoon. A reading of 65 degrees on the model front. I think we're going to be right around the 70 degree mark as we work into our Wednesday. And then as we get into Thursday, whenever the opportunity of those strong and severe storm chances arrive, we could be hitting the mid and upper 70s before the cold front moves through here, okay? So that's rather significant. Not just the overly above average temperatures, but the dew points are going to be surging along with this. So now that we've got the breakdown leading up to the event with this very warm, moist air mass that's going to be residing across the Wobbles community and basically a good chunk of the Commonwealth, let's break down the ingredients of this potential strong and severe weather threat. Here we are looking at the low-level jet, all right? Here we are working through at our Wednesday, maybe a few quips of a few showers moving through here. Nothing to worry about. And then we work into Thursday afternoon, into Thursday evening. Look at the strengthening of the low-level jet. This is important. Whenever we have lift just above our head, all right, this is what this is creating. We got the jet stream that's picking up around 5,000 to 8,000 feet vertically extended up above us. This enhances lift within the atmosphere. Lift is a very important ingredient whenever it comes to strong and severe storms. We need lift, we need moisture, we need shear, we need the instability, right? The storm jet fuel that we need to be residing and present. So we're going to have the lift that is going to be there. Now let's look at what is going to unfold on the moisture front. We need dew points right around the mid and upper 50s, all right, at its lowest reading to be conducive and support severe weather. And take a look at the surging dew points as we steadily work throughout the day. We're going to be up in the mid 50s by Wednesday afternoon, and then we work into our Thursday. Look at these little tongue of 60 degree dew points trying to surge right in here into far western Kentucky as we work into our Thursday right around lunchtime. And then that shifts eastward here as we work into the afternoon and evening with mid and upper 50 dew points, even up into the lower 60s for some of us, being realized during the late afternoon and evening hours whenever we believe that the threat for strong and severe storms will be strongest. And then you can blatantly see where the drier air works in here out of the west. The cold front is going to pass through here Thursday night into Friday morning, ushering in somewhat of a cooler air mass, but it'll be later into the weekend before we get the real surge of the much colder air that's going to reside here across the region. So we got the lift present, we got the moisture present, we got the shear that's present. That's a change of wind speed and direction with height that help organize the thunderstorms. Now let's look at our instability readings. Instability comes in the magnitude of what we refer to as CAPE, convective available potential energy. It's the acronym for that. Here we are working into our Thursday afternoon, into our Thursday evening. And folks, it's not a lot, but these cells, whenever they're developing, they look to be somewhat low-topped. In the springtime, we can get these massive cumulonimbus clouds that can build upwards of 55,000 feet vertically in the atmosphere. These low-top cells are going to be around the magnitude of 20 to 25,000 feet. We don't need as much CAPE in order to fire off and really strengthen and get some of these rogue cells really going. So we're looking at a line here that's going to be coming through with the development of discrete potential supercells during Thursday afternoon, and then as we progress into Thursday evening and the overnight, we can have some clusters of cells moving through here. CAPE readings right around 500 to 700 joules per kilogram is more than sufficient given the setup to present our strong and severe storm opportunity, all right? So let's give you the full breakdown. Here's a look at the latest from our local National Weather Service office. Currently, the Wobbles community is in a 1 out of 5 for the severe weather risk, with the better parameters appearing just north of the region and closer to the Ohio River, stretching over towards Lexington, up into Frankfort, the E-Town vicinity, and somewhat points northward. But regardless of where the color lines are located there, folks, we need to stay weather aware, okay? This is a conditional severe threat depending upon the exact location of the track of the low. Storm hazards may include large hail. Opportunity of damaging winds and an isolated tornado or two cannot be ruled out. We're watching late afternoon through late evening on Thursday for the full time frame, all right? Also coming along with this, we're going to be looking at 1 to 3 inches of total rainfall. That'll be potentially falling. Scattered light rain showers on Wednesday. But then again, folks, all the way throughout our Thursday night, even lingering into our Friday morning, we'll have the opportunity of keeping those rain chances around. And then we get another little disturbance that moves through here, keeping a few hit-miss rain chances for the weekend. But the real weather story, folks, is going to be the drop in temperatures as we finish out the weekend and we roll into early next week. Take a look here. The temperature breakdown tells the weather story. Well above average today, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mid and upper 60s today. A few of us might even touch 70. Opportunity of low to mid 70s on Wednesday. Mid and upper 70s, dare I say it, on Thursday, folks. Before the cold front pushes through, we might touch the 80-degree mark. Strong and severe storm chances Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. Lower 60s on Friday, and then that other little disturbance works through here Friday night with scattered rain chances lingering on into our Saturday. Highs down to around the 50-degree mark by Saturday afternoon. And then look at Sunday. Going to be looking to get out of the mid-40s. Northerly wind component despite sunshine. Definitely going to have a much colder feel to end the weekend than we're going to have here to end the work week. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather and eye forecast presented by our friends at On Target. Stay weather aware with the opportunity of strong and severe storms here a little bit later in the week. We'll be bringing you the frequent updates as necessary. You all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a blessed second day of the